Let's get started. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time now. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Calvin, the New Trader. We're in the studio right now. I got my man Abdullah Rashid in the building. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's good, bro?
How you feeling, man?
I feel great in Miami, man. With you, man.
Listen, bro. I want to say
energy, bro.
Welcome back.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean?
Yes,
it's
sir.
good to see you.
Yeah.
And we tried to do this before, but obviously we couldn't get things together. But it all happened in due time, bro.
That's right. That's
and now we actually got to talk a little bit. We already connected. All like big, huge respect for each other, and I love it. So tell me this. For the listeners and the viewers that don't know who Abdullah Rashid is, right?
Yeah.
Who are you? Where are you from? And how in the world did you get started as a Forex trader, bro?
Yeah, man. So I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
You know, come from a hardworking class of community, family-oriented community. And, you know, we're less on like we're more like on the like indigenous side, you know what I'm saying? And not really, you know, we didn't have a lot of money. But I learned a lot of like hardcore values, you know what I'm saying, and principles, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's all been like faith in God, family, honesty, integrity, you know what I'm saying. And I think that I started off like as a child, like maybe middle school, started selling candy. You know what I'm saying? My dad has always like deposited business in me, you know, even though he didn't have like a clear roadmap. It was always like ownership, business, you know what I'm saying? So selling candy, t-shirt printing design business, graphic design business, website business, mobile apps, you know what I'm saying? So it's always been like my own little consultancy on the side, you know? Yeah, so when I got to college, I decided to go into computer science, you know? And while I was studying in college, I had a graphic design, a website business. And graduated, became an engineer, and worked in the engineering field before Forex, like for like a strong like 10 years maybe or so, you know. And then my brother and I, two of my brothers, they're both engineers as well as me. Mm-hmm. One of my brothers, he like was doing stocks just kind of like for like 2 years, you know. He would tell me about it. I just ignore him, you know, because I didn't like, it takes me a while to like shift and pivot, because like when I go into something, I go real deep.
Tunnel vision.
You know what I'm saying?
That's me all day.
Yeah, so it's like I'm like focus. I'm climbing the ladder in corporate, you know what I'm saying? Doing everything I can to like rise up. But until I see like a significant, you know, opportunity, I'm not gonna shift, you know. So yeah, I always tell this story, man. My younger brother, man, he made $200K in a month. You know, we were working for the same company, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, so he got my attention with that, you know. So I started to go, I had a friend, he was doing Forex, a great guy. So hooked up with him, and then, man, I joined IM. And then from there, man, just, you know, I came here, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a journey, man. I think like starting with IM and me already having like corporate experience, mm-hmm. I could spot like professionalism. I could spot like systems, you know, and IM, you know, a lot of great people, a lot of good vision. But when it comes to like what I particularly needed as like a step-by-step system, they just didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Whoever I was like, you know, they just didn't have it. You know, the avenue that I was going through, they just didn't have it, right? So I eventually like went to different academies, and I eventually like when my career actually took off when I started FTMO, and I saw like the rigidness, I saw like the rules, you know, with drawdown, etc. And it led me to like search for like professional education. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I ended up like taking the education with SMB Capital, the traditional prop firm.
You took that?
Yeah, like their remote training.
Mike Bella?
Yeah, the remote training.
Really?
Yeah, hey, it's whoo.
That's crazy.
Brother, it took me to another level, man.
When did you do that?
So their DNA program, like you can go, it's year round, you know. The DNA program is year round. So I started with the books. Like Mike Bellafiore has One Good Trade, the playbook. It's
my favorite book.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Trading the Zone. Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
I always recommend it.
Oh yeah. That's dope. That's dope. And then they had like they have like a subscription like on demand that you can do, right? And then I just like decided to go all the way into the DNA program. And that right there, like it really like took me to another level. Yeah.
That's fire.
Because what they have is like the morning meetings. You know, like so literally like game plan in the morning. Monday through Friday, they have morning meetings. They have a weekly review. They have like a trader talk, you know. So all of those things, just kind of seeing how those guys, their process, how they think about the market. It's like they're training and trading from the open to the close, you know what I'm saying? Nice. Like, and they're training like professional athletes, you know what I'm saying? So like me coming from some of the academies with all great people, all good teachers, and then going into that, it just helped me. It's like going from like, you know, middle school AAU to the NBA, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you with Tim Grover and MJ and Kobe, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother level. Yeah. So it made me realize, man, still now to this day, man, I'm a baby in this. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I'm a baby. I may have, you know, 6 figures in payouts, multiple prop firms, but yeah, I'm still just getting started, man. So I'm still a student, bro.
What's up, traders? It's your boy Calvin, a new trader here. We're gonna get right back to this interview with my boy Abdullah Rashid in just a second. But so many people are asking me, Calvin, are you still gonna be trading with prop firms, given all of this stuff that's going on? And are you still funded? And will you get new challenge accounts? And my answer to all of those questions is absolutely yes. Now, this is my personal opinion. I truly believe that trading for prop firms is still a great way to get that capital up, and you can take some of that capital and put it into your personal account and start building from there. So personally, I just started another funded challenge with Blue Guardian, and the reason I rock with Blue Guardian and the reason I recommend Blue Guardian is for so many reasons. But number one is their ability to offer us a tool that helps us protect ourselves from violating our daily drawdown. The number one reason that traders like you and I fail funded challenges is not because we don't know how to trade, not because we don't have the right strategy. It's simply because we hit our daily drawdown, which means that either we're revenge trading, either we just don't know that we're close to violating our challenge. But all of that stuff is fixed with this one tool that Blue Guardian has available called the Guardian Protector. You simply go into the back office, you set a dollar amount limit or percentage limit, and this Guardian Protector will stop you from breaching your account. It will disable your account for the day. That means no emotions, no nothing, and you can live to trade another day. Now, when I saw this tool, I said, you know what? This is a prop firm that is leveling the playing field so that we traders can have a good shot at actually passing the challenge to move on to the next stage. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the main reason why I rock with Blue Guardian. Something as simple as that is game changing for the trader that is disciplined, the trader that has a strategy, and the trader that is well prepared to take the challenge. So if that is you, if you're ready, you've been practicing your strategy, you got the data, you've been paper trading, and you are ready, then listen, there's no other prop firm that I would recommend than Blue Guardian. On top of the Guardian Protector, you got 85% payout, which is one of the highest in the industry from day one when you get funded. You also have no restrictions on your trading. You can trade during news. You don't have to set a stop loss. You can hold over the weekend. So many great things with Blue Guardian. So to get 10% off your next challenge, use coupon code NEWTRADER, the number 1. You'll get 10% off your next challenge. And there's a link in the description that you can click to get your funded journey started with Blue Guardian. Now let's get back to our interview with my boy Abdullah Rashid. Let's get it. Because I'm still like, I literally just got to making money, and it's like I'm not at the stage where we all that way. Like we not where we want to be yet, right? But for me, like I'm still at that place where, okay, like so far my best money has been between $5 and $6 grand. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's good.
Consistently. You know what I mean? But of course, we want more because, like we were talking on camera, we want to retire the parents, the in-laws, and all that type of stuff. But I just like, bro, having that approach, I think, has allowed me to kind of step out and be like a beacon for the new traders, because it's like I want to be the guy that's every day getting better. You know what I mean? So I love that, bro. Like I love that you have that approach, because, bro, like the market will humble you. At any time. You know, and when you start thinking you up, that's when, you know what I'm saying, blindside, like, oh snap, it got me today. You know what I mean?
So, and then, man, just like I said, when I start something, man, I go real deep. So I've read a whole lot of books.
Like, I saw you mention that. How many books did you read?
So over 40. So like
trading books.
Sheesh. Over 40 trading books. So like when I became an engineer, I did the same thing. Like I reached out, I saw like the top people like in the engineering space, people that worked at Google, Facebook, you know, Amazon, and like when people wrote books, I would buy the book, man, and I would just devour it. And it helped me sort of like expand my mind. It's kind of like you get to sit down with people when you read their books, you get to meet them. You get to meet the mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me having access to a person that I wouldn't otherwise have access to. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes when I was on the job, I would do things and people would be like, how the hell do you know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like, I read it in a book, or I had access to somebody that, you know, I had their book. That was it. You know, so same thing with trading, man. I read like so many, I read all the popular books, but I'll also read books like that I wouldn't even, like George Soros wrote a book called The Alchemy of Finance, right?
Never heard of it.
Yeah. So, and George Soros, you know, of course, like, you know, Open Society and everything, like he's controversial, but I'll read books from people that I may not agree with. Even, you know what I'm saying? And it'll help change my mind about or just give me ideas, you know? So I think that's something, bro, that really has helped open my mind up, because when you come into the industry, it's like, I never met, people say, I've never met a profitable scalper, or swing trading is not good, or intraday is the best, you know? But then when you start to read and meet people in different circles, you're like, okay, this guy is a scalper. He made X 100 million. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This guy is just a swinger and he made millions. You know, this guy is an intraday, he made millions. This guy only trades fundamentals. He don't even look at levels. He's like, just find a level. If I know the sentiment of the market, I'll get in. I'm not like, I don't need a precise entry. You know what I'm saying? But another guy on the other side, he's like, my technical entry needs to have precision, you know? Yeah. So you get to, your mind gets to expand and open up. So I think just reading when I first came in, it helped me like, you know, have an open mind, bro. And just kind of sample different styles to create my own, you know what I'm saying?
How long did it take you to read all those books?
So it's probably like I've been reading since I started. So like it's been over 3 years, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I just sat down in a weekend and did it. It's just like, over the years, like I have a subscription to Audible, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just devouring everything, bro. Like I'm listening to things, and then whatever I like, I'll buy the hard copy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm just
so much in common.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
How long you been trading?
So it's going on 4 years. Going on 4 years.
Yeah, bro. We right there, bro.
Yeah.
And you 6-figure in payouts.
Yeah, bro.
I love it, man.
Yeah,
that's my goal, man.
Yeah, nah, you'll get there, bro. Man. You'll get there, man.
Yeah,
bro. It's more about like you already know this, bro. It's more about the capital. Like when you get not more about the capital, it's like the capital and the consistency. So as you mentioned, bro, like if you can get that consistent, just 3 to 5%, and you just scale in the capital, it just starts to jump real quick. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is, bro. So yeah, as you start to stack your more accounts, bro, it'll like people see me and they'll be like, they see me do the 300K. Like I have a docu-series. You may have seen that. I don't know. Yeah. And they're like, okay, how's he doing the docu-series? Like they think it's a big thing, but I've learned to see everything in percentages. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even really looking at the figures nowadays. It's just more about the percentages, man. So, you know, that's just a shout out to everybody out there. Like just work on consistency. You know what I'm saying? And just hitting a certain number, even if it's 3%, 4%, 5%, you know. And now with the unlimited time, if you can just consistently hit that mark, once you get funded, you know, you start to just stack your capital, and, you know, that's where I'm at now, just trying to get more capital. Yeah.
I love that. So I got a boy named Ralph, right? And he follows you.
Okay.
And he always, like, if he sees something on YouTube that is thought-provoking, we like share like those thought-provoking moments. Like if I read something or if he sees something or he reads something, like we always share like thought-provoking moments that someone would share. Nice. So you shared something. I'm not sure which video it was because I didn't see it, but he just shared it with me. He was like, man, Abdullah said that he started a challenge and he didn't take not one trade. I don't know, was it August or through the summer on US 30 or something like that?
Yeah, it may be like the accounts. Okay, so like I just
elaborate on that for me.
Yeah. So what I do is, what I've learned is I grade my setups. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I learned this from the guys like in Wall Street, you know. So I have like A+, A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying?
You read the playbook?
Yeah, in the playbook too. Yeah. So once I started doing that, man, you already know. Like I add higher risk to the A+ and A. You know what I'm saying? The B and C gets less risk. You know what I'm saying? So with the challenges though, whenever I take a challenge, I try to only trade like A+ and A setups. And I'll give them like when it was timed, I'll give them 2%. You know what I'm saying? So I would literally, like, even in the docuseries, I only took like 3 trades. And I just waited on A setups, and that was it. It was just winning, you know, just all wins, you know. Not that I'm always gonna do that, but I'm just super patient, bro. Just super patient. So I'm just waiting, and then I strike. Just like I think there's a saying by Buffett. He's like, you know, you don't have to keep swinging, but
it's not like baseball.
Yeah.
I love that quote from Buffett. He said, unlike baseball, you go to the mound.
Yes.
Whether you swing or not, you can still get struck. You know, you can still get struck out, right?
Yeah.
But when I come to the market, nothing happens if I don't swing. Nothing counts against me if I don't swing.
There you go. There you go.
We very similar, bro. I listen to Buffett all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are a very patient person. Have you always been that way?
Man, I was just talking to two guys, man, about how like in our religion, we fast like every year.
You're a Muslim, right?
Yeah. We fast for 30 days, you know, and like you fast from eating, drinking, you know, and sex. You know what I'm saying? So like having that type of discipline and patience to engage in things that are natural. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing that since I was probably about 7 or 8. And I'm 33 now. You know
really?
Yeah. Wow. So that it's just like a conditioning. You know what I'm saying? Like over time, man. And people can get it through different ways. You already know through exercising, but that's just my way. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been very patient, been able to wait. You know, so when it comes to waiting on setups, man, I can just wait and wait and wait. But when I see my setup, I strike and I scale in. You know, so that's really helped me out. You know what I'm saying?
So you only trade US 30?
US 30, NAS 100, SPX. Okay. Yeah, but mainly US 30. But I've been doing more like NAS and SPX now. Yeah.
And go back to your thought. You was gonna say something before.
Oh no, yeah. So I was just gonna say, I gathered up $1 million in phase 2. Okay. So this is 350 with MFF, 300 with top tier, and 350 with TFT. Nice. And I was telling everybody that I was waiting for the summer months to go by. So I was just telling everybody like, hey, look, a lot of people get accounts. You get to phase 2 and you feel like you got to trade like right away. But I'm like, no, I'm sitting on these accounts until I know the months that are coming, that like my good months are coming. You know what I'm saying? So August came, murdered it, passed the top tier. I just got my funded contract today. Today, this morning. You know what I'm saying? But if I wouldn't have waited and I would have got in, you know, in June and July for US 30 was a little bit different, but historically, those weren't my best months because I didn't really know how to trade them. Like you have to trade June and July a little bit different with US 30. But I was just trying to make the point, like if you look at your data and find out when you trade the best, wait for those times to do your challenges and, you know, to take your trades then. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that was about.
So talk to me about how you gather your data then.
Oh, man.
Come on, talk to me about that.
Yeah. Nah, bro. Interesting. I used to do this all manual. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. So like literally, like anybody that knows me, that was any of the communities I was in, I always had spreadsheets. I had spreadsheets for lot sizes. I had literal spreadsheets that I plug in numbers and get my lot size for US 30. You know, I plug in all my trades like manually. I pull down my report and I'm running pivot tables and all that kind of stuff on the data to figure out one of my best days, et cetera. Right. Then I came to my FX book. You know what I'm saying? So that was before. Then I came to my FX book, using my FX book, and now I use TradeZella. You know, so TradeZella, powerful, bro.
Yeah, tell me about that. What is that?
Yeah, you know how you go to like a FTMO dashboard. FTMO has like one of the best dashboards.
They do.
Yeah, but like they'll tell you like these are your best days. These are the best time of the day. You know, this is your best pairs or instruments, right?
Really?
That you trade, right? So like then it'll tell you like your Sharp ratio, your R&R, your win rate, all that stuff, right? But TradeZella takes it to another level because you can assign playbook names to all of your trades, and then it'll say, okay, let's say you have 5 or 6 playbook trades, right? It'll tell you which playbook trade performs the best, you know, and then you click on it and it'll open up the trading view chart and it'll show you where you entered and where you exited, and then it'll show you like the trajectory of the trade. Like let's say you were in drawdown and then you went into profit, then you went into drawdown, then you went into profit and hit TP. It'll like show you that entire trajectory in a diagram. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of data that you can just like sit down and digest and figure out like, hey, okay, you know, SPX doesn't trade that well on Wednesdays, you know, so I'm gonna chill out on Wednesday, you know, or I'm gonna take Monday out, you know, I'm gonna take Friday out, you know. So you get some insightful data. Or like what I figured out, bro, is at one point I was really strong at selling. And then whenever I would start buying, that I would give all those profits back. So I had to go to US 30 and figure out like, okay, why am I better at selling than buying, you know? So I would start to invert the chart whenever buys were there, just so I can kind of see it as a sell. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to figure out that US 30 buys a little bit different when it rallies a little bit different than when it sells, you know? So that kind of data help you out when it comes to evaluating your strategy, you know?
So what is it called again?
TradeZella.
TradeZella.
Yeah.
And it does all that.
Yeah, TradeZella. Yeah, it'll show you all that data, man.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the FTMO dashboard does all that. It's been a while since I've taken the challenge with FTMO.
Oh yeah. That dashboard is pretty good. Yeah, FTMO is pretty good. Yeah,
I gotta get plugged in with that. So you're using that software to see all your data.
Yeah. You can plug in all your challenges. You know, you can plug in your funded accounts. You know what I'm saying, and then just you can look at all your data across accounts. You can just look. You can just put it all together and look at it all. You know.
So you're a scalper.
So my strongest point is like intraday trend. You know what I'm saying? I'm a trend trader. Like if the market is trending, I know how to kill the trend. You know, recently I added scalps to my playbook because of SMB. Yeah. Because that's like if you have capital and you have time and you're just sitting in front of the chart and you don't have any moves, they see that as inefficient. So they're like, you need to find some more things to add to your basket of instruments that you trade, or you need to add more playbooks, like plays to your playbook. So I recently started to add more scalps to my playbook.
Wow, man. Okay, so when you're not scalping, how often are you trading?
Yeah, so my intraday moves, they're normally like maybe three times a week. Like the strongest ones are maybe like 3 times a week. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And are all your funded accounts batched up to a copier, or you trade them each individually?
Nah, man. Most of them are like, it's like split into like conservative and like a more aggressive, like a batch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I just keep some on the side, you know, like some in the back pocket. Yeah.
Ooh, come on. All right. So I want to like for a second just pull away from trading real quick.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your wife and family. Yeah. How important was family when you decided to make that transition from software engineer to really, I'm gonna get my entrepreneurship on. I got this trading thing. Like I want to start building new ventures. I want to start helping people. I want to start getting my voice out there about what this skill has done for me. Yeah. How supportive was your wife with that endeavor? Man. And how has that just opened up her eyes to see you just elevate yourself? Yeah,
man. You know what, man? I think in Napoleon Hill that he talks about the mastermind, you know, and he talks about how important the selection of a mate is, you know. And my wife, man, I have to thank God for her because she supported me, man, like in the weakest of moments, you know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to like the importance of family, like community, man, our community is real tight. Like me and my wife, we went to the same pre-K class. We're in the same pre-K class. Yeah. You know the little funny sign like that you hold up in the little class picture? Yeah, we had a class picture. I'm on one side, she's on the other.
Holding the sign?
Holding the sign, yeah.
It's in black and white.
Yeah, nah. We ain't that old.
You had a little color in there.
Yeah, a little color there. Yeah, a little uniform on. Yeah. So community has been a big part of me wanting to like make money. You know what I'm saying? And family, because it's like in our community, you know, we're close knit. And everyone is hard working, bro, and just, you know, about the family, about the community, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, not to our detriment, but sometimes we become not complacent, but we just don't worry about money enough, in my view. You know what I'm saying? So it's like community is growing, the community is moving, and some other communities may be like, we need a playground. Somebody may, I'm just going to write a check. You know what I'm saying? Or we need a gym. We need a community center. Somebody just write a check. We're fundraising. We barely make, you know what I'm saying? We're barely able to pull the money together. So me just seeing it, man, it kind of not drove me crazy, but just kind of drove me to a point where it's like, man, I gotta make money. I gotta be a millionaire. I got like my aim is to be a billionaire. But come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it just drove me, like just me seeing some of the seniors in the community that had like worked so hard to get us to college. You know what I'm saying? Worked so hard to get us like you know, certain rights and get us in certain doors. You know what I'm saying? So I just have that behind me. So whenever like I have a dark moment when nobody sees you breaking down because, you know, you're trying to read, you're trying to learn, you know, you're hitting stop loss or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yep. My wife has to come pick me up because I'm having a meltdown, you know what I'm saying? But it's the why, bro, that just like, that just keeps me going, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's the family, bro. And my son and daughter, I want them to see like this is funny. My wife, it's just funny. I have to mention this. We probably can cut this out. Yeah. But Yeah, so I brought my wife a Maserati, right?
That's amazing.
I thank God.
Come on, man.
But it's like my children, they're like, oh, we're going to hop in the Maserati. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
just
nothing.
That type of language.
Like that kind of language.
Come
like,
on.
yeah, it's like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I want them to be, because I want my son to be on a jet. You know what I'm saying? I want my daughters to be, oh, we're gonna take the jet here. So I want them to reach a higher level, man. So whatever I can do to push the ball forward, that's what I want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do, bro.
I love that, man. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Get in the house.
Yeah.
Putting her in that mark. Congratulations, bro. That's
you.
what it's about, man.
Yeah.
That's why we do this, bro.
That's why we do it, bro.
And let's talk about YouTube for a second.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel a lot of people want to do YouTube, or they want to share their journey. They want to get out there, right?
Yeah.
But it's not all about attention.
That's right. That's right.
And when I saw you break in, you broke in from a servant's point of view.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love that, bro.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, where does that heart come from to like, yo, I see a path here. I see a come up here. I'm not gonna just hold it.
Yeah.
Let me put the information out there for the people.
Yeah.
Where does that heart come from?
Yeah, man. I think like I said, man, it's just from coming like when I was growing up, certain times, man, we lived in, you know, some shabby situations, you know what I'm saying? Just like I said, hardworking people, and people always lent me a hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just remember, like, okay, I couldn't afford some shoes for basketball. Okay, a guy gave me some shoes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I needed a laptop for college. Somebody just out of nowhere came and got me a laptop. We see Abdullah's making good grades. Maybe they can't afford a laptop. Okay, come out of nowhere, give me a laptop. You know what I'm saying? So just me not having, and God always sending somebody to me, you know, and giving me what I needed. It was like, okay, all this information that I've gotten, nobody, like some of the training I paid for, $5K for training. Yeah. People can't pay that. You know what I'm saying? People just barely trying to come into Forex to make a little $100 or $200 there. So it's like, let me give the information back out without giving too much of their trade secrets away, but just let me give what I can back out from what I've learned. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it's about, bro. So yeah, man. So when I get on that, when I get behind the camera, bro, it's all about, okay, I'm not trying to seek attention. I'm not trying to ride the wave. How can I get in front of the camera and say something that's going to help people just in a genuine way, man? That's all it is, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you know what I love about YouTube so much? And I'm going to be honest, like, this is not even spoken about a lot. But I know you can feel the same way, because we just on that wavelength already vibing. But for me, bro, sometimes I lay down at night and I think about it. I'm like, yo, all these interviews I'm doing, all this content I'm putting out, my children's children is going to be able to look at this and see the impact.
That's right. Bro, you're doing a great job, bro.
No, bro,
You're doing a great job,
come
bro.
on,
For real,
bro.
man.
Like,
you're doing a great
that's
job.
what I'm saying. Like, we think like it's just for right now, but just imagine, bro. YouTube ain't going nowhere. Google ain't going nowhere,
man. And then also, man, our kids, right? Just our immediate kids. Like, my kids think I'm a celebrity, bro, because their friends are like, "Hey, I seen your dad on YouTube." You know what I'm saying? Or their parents like will be like, "Hey, you know, Abdullah's, you know, my son, your dad's. I saw your dad on YouTube." You know, so they just. But then the thing is, it's like they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna start a YouTube. I'm gonna have more followers than you, daddy." You know what I'm saying? So it just shows them like they can do it. You know, it's not so foreign, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's
but
dope.
yeah, and you know this, bro. It's like you always gonna have some trolls.
Oh, absolutely. Bro,
you always gonna have people in the comments.
High profile button all the time. So if you out there commenting and you never get a response, you know, YouTube do them a favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let them still see the comment on the video.
Yeah.
It ain't there. That's why I never respond. I don't see it. Once you cross that line one time, you're gone.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know right now.
Yeah. Nah, but man, you know what though? It's like I realize, man, for us to hit our vision wherever we want to go, bro, like even if we say, man, it's raining outside, somebody gonna have a problem with that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The sky is blue. Somebody gonna have a problem with it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you know what, man? I'm gonna just have to roll with take some hits, man. But I'm gonna just, as long as I'm being honest, I have integrity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to cheat nobody. So I'm gonna just keep going, bro.
I agree 1,000%, bro. I battled with, so like I told you, I have a media company. I work with a lot of people that didn't necessarily want to have a personal brand, but it was my job to help them learn how to create a personal brand so that it could benefit their business. And one of the things that we always talk about is that imposter syndrome. Right? Because sometimes you feel like, man, like, you know, I'm not at this stage no more. And I'm talking to the person that's just starting. I'm not there no more.
Yeah.
Should I be the person that's talking to them, or should somebody that's at their level be talking to them? Because we're so far away from that original starting point, right? And a lot of times we're talking, like for you do those videos for that person that don't understand. You're giving them clarity, right? For me too, it's podcast for the beginners. I still consider myself a beginner trader, but I do make money consistently. A lot of beginner traders in my first year and a half, I didn't make no money. And a lot of people watching this podcast, they're not making no money. So sometimes I do feel like, man, like, are you just wasting your time? Is your voice falling on deaf ears? You feel that sometimes.
I feel you,
but then you get them emails.
Man.
You know what I mean? But then you get that one DM that like, bro, you just don't know that one video. Bro, you just don't know. I did that one thing you said do, and man, I passed my challenge. And that's what keeps us going, bro.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Just that one. Just that one.
Just one.
That's it.
Just that one, man. Yeah. Like, just on that note, man, sometimes like when I went to FX Summit, you know, people are like,
that impact was crazy. I know you felt it, bro.
Oh man. Like people like, hey, Abdul, I seen your video, man. And it's like, you don't even realize, man, because I try not to look at the numbers. Well, look at them like fame numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like from a data science perspective and stats, I'm looking at all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I want to hit 1 million subs. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the numbers, but I don't look at it as people. My wife is like, you know, you hit 30K subs or you hit 40K subs. That's like a whole stadium.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo,
like, your wife is so smart. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
that's a stadium.
She's like, that's
bro.
a whole stadium. You know what I'm saying? So you talking to a stadium of people. You know, so then it just humbles me again. You know, it's like, okay, I wouldn't be here without God. I wouldn't be here without my community. I wouldn't be here without my wife, my parents, ancestors. You know, so then it takes a little weight off me because I know it's not all just about me. It's not like I set this up. I'm a real believer in like everything happening for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm in this position not because I got myself here. I may have put in the work and the hard hours, but it's something larger, you know what I'm saying, at work than just me. You know what I'm saying, doing this. So that just kind of humbles me, man. I know you probably feel that as well, bro.
As you speaking, I'm getting chills because it's real, bro. Like, but your wife's so I never thought of it like that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That is like a stadium, bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Nah, man. And then, bro, the YouTube, man, bro, like the connections, man, others, man, that I'm meeting, has been a blessing, man. Like I met a trading mentor, man. This guy, big. And he just put me on, like he helped me really see like things that I couldn't see because, you know, he's way further than me. You know what I'm saying? So that's another aspect that I don't think people realize is like once you put yourself out there, networking, the opportunities are going to come, you know? So my advice is just like, you know, whatever you're thinking, just aim bigger because you're going to hit that goal.
You're going to hit that goal.
Because we talked about that first video, man, I thought I was going to have 60 views. You know what I'm saying? That was it. It was going to go away.
More like,
you know what I'm saying?
600,000 in a few months.
Yeah, but, you know, and nah, man, so just like in general, bro, like goals, man, it's like normally I found, man, that I always aim too low. Like you hit them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I read The Science of Getting Rich.
Come on.
And
love that.
Yeah.
Wallace?
Yeah. Wallace D. Wattles, you know what I'm saying? The 10X rule.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
He right here in the MIA.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Think and Grow Rich. You know what I'm saying?
Hill. Let's go.
Yeah. So it's like once I like read the books, like I always thought I hit goals because of my own ability. But it really was like whatever you do, like whatever you put the mind on, it's gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I would always like aim for small things, but once I read like, you know, your mind has the capacity to grow and fill in. It's gonna be creative and figure out how to do it. I always just aim for big old things. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, man, it's just like all my goals. People, I don't even like telling people because they look at you kind of like,
dude, bro.
You're like, nah, man, you ain't gonna do that, but. Bro, so it's like as I'm hitting milestones, I don't even know I'm hitting them because I'm still looking so far away. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm trying to live in the moment more now, man. Yeah.
What keeps you going, bro? Like, you got, of course, trading. You scaling like crazy. You're growing. You know what I mean? I'm sure you got that personal account revving up as well. The YouTube is through the roof.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got people asking you about mentorships and all that stuff going on. who do you have, like outside of your foundation, your family? Do you have a business partner? Do you have somebody or a group of entrepreneurs that kind of allow you, or like a safe place for you to just share goals with, to keep pushing? Or is all of that internal by now?
Man, you know what? Like the top 5 people in my circle that are men, these guys are like 10 to 20 times more successful than me.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? So when I meet up with them, and they're all older than me, you know, they're all significantly older as well, right? So when I meet up with them, they always challenge me. You know what I'm saying? Even like the trading mentor I just talked to you about, he's like, Abdullah, there's no way that you shouldn't make 100 million in the next 10 years.
Come on.
And I'm like,
come on.
Damn. You know what I'm saying?
But so the fact that he would speak that over you,
exactly,
bro.
man. Because sometimes, like, I'm like, you self-doubt. You have these moments of self-doubt. You don't know, like, if you can push more than where you're going. And he's looking at me like, man, you have success written all over you. He's like, you have the potential. He's like, you know what? There's no reason you shouldn't make over 100 million in the next 10 years. He's like, now you have something to work towards. Yeah. And it's just having people like that challenge you. They're already successful. They want to see you successful. Yeah. And I think that's really like, I've kind of like built an army of mentors around me, man. Like there's a book called The Way of the Superior Man. I don't know if you read it.
I have not. Please,
bro, this is a must read.
Author, I need that.
Yeah, this is a must read for all men. This is a must read. But it was some manly men that recommended the book. And like, so I went to the one guy recommended the book to me. This just took me to another level with my wife, the business, my kids, just the way how I move in the world. And I went from one mentor and I was like, hey, have you ever read this book? He's like, I read that 25 years ago. And I'm like, damn, you know, so it just kind of showed me the quality of mentors that I have around, you know. And it's just that humble spirit, bro, like of like, man, I'm a baby, bro. That's just how I think about everything. Like, even if I'm in the YouTube space, I'm a baby in YouTube. There's people that have 5 million, 100 million subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I see things. But yeah, it's the mentorship, man, that kind of, and reading a lot of books, bro. That reading like
that's
those
literally
ideas.
the cheat code.
Pat Bet-David. I don't know if you ever watch him.
I love Pat.
Yeah, he talks about
too.
Yeah, he's like, whatever industry you're in, he's like, read everything in that industry. You'll become a millionaire.
Les Brown said. The great Les Brown, another local here. Yeah. He also said in one of his speeches, he said, if you would read a book a week, he said for the next, I think he said 3 years, in the area that you are most desiring to be in. In the next 3 years, you'll be a top industry expert in that area.
I believe it. I believe it, man. That's how it was for me in software engineering, man. You know, and I'm slowly working my way up, man, in trading, man.
Man, you there, bro.
Nah, in the future, man. maybe 10, 15 years from now, man, I'll be, you know, up there, man. Yeah.
But bro,
hopefully.
You're doing great, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Man, I love it. So you did mention that you are funded across a few different prop firms. How has the My Forex Fund situation impacted you?
Man, so I lost 2 funded accounts. I had a payout, and I had $350K in phase 2. So I was just planning to max out, you know. But what it did teach me, though, this was a teaching moment, you know, for me, because one of my mentors, who's very graceful, wise, he pulled me to the side. He said, he just kind of like reprimanded me, you know, because he had been telling me to set certain things up with my personal fund. You know, I've been setting things up, but he was like further emphasizing the need to have, you know, to be with companies that, you know, this is no slight to my MFF,
right?
But he used it as a teaching moment, just to say, you know, when you're setting up your kingdom, your castle, you need to protect it.
Wow.
So you have to diversify yourself, and you have to be with people that you can trust. You know what I'm saying? So I lost some things, but I also gained some insight as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, you can take a hit, but if you put all your eggs in that one basket, all the eggs are gone. But if you diversify, you know what I'm saying, then you're good. So I had FTMO, MFF, TFT, top tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm diversified, personal fund. So, you know, it taught me that a giant can go down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're just invested with that one, you know, then you'll go down with them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Otherwise, man, a lot of people in the community, though, they have questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're scared. Some people lost the only accounts they had.
Yeah.
You know, some
That's
people,
tough.
yeah, that's tough. That's so that's the thing. When it comes to impacting me, it's like it impacted some of the people that I care about in the community, you know, because I had a lot of MFF stuff up. Like, you know, I was like, yeah, go get the 5K account, watch the docu-series, et cetera, right? So, you know, some people probably went to MFF because I had a YouTube video up, you know what I'm saying? So part of that is it's a little guilt. Honestly, it's like, man, you know, but I didn't know, you know, I couldn't have known, you know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, so that impacted me in a few different ways, you know what I'm saying? But what I do want to say to people that it did affect is keep going.
Keep going. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like okay, take it as a learning lesson, but you know, it's not the end of your career.
Yep.
You built the skill up. Yep. Nobody can take it. That's the thing. Is like nobody can take it. If you see I don't know if you've ever seen like not Undercover Billionaire. There's a show. It's like they drop a billionaire in a place. They give him a phone.
Yeah, that's Undercover Billionaire.
That's Undercover Billionaire. Yeah. Okay, and they have to try to make like $1 million like in 90 days or something like that. So it's like everything that's in here,
the skill
in here, the courage, the mindset, they're able to do it. So it's like once you have the skill,
that's it.
All you need is access to the internet and some capital, and this other prop firm still alive. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just say keep going. You know,
facts.
And just learn from it. Maybe diversify. Okay,
and
if you're gonna go with one,
videos. Stop watching them videos.
Man.
I'm looking at the camera. Stop watching them videos. Because let's be real. Like I understand for the beginners that just got into the space, you probably didn't know how it works. But let's be real right here. And this is the thing that it doesn't upset me, but the majority of traders, like we know how this industry works.
Yeah.
We know these are simulated accounts for the most part. There's a small percentage of people that actually get their trades taken live. Right? We know this. That's why I love Angelo at TFT.
Yeah.
He has been completely transparent about that from the beginning.
Yeah.
That the accounts are simulated. He's been on record saying that, right? And so we always knew this, right?
Yeah.
And so when you hear Ponzi scheme getting put into this, we know by definition what a Ponzi scheme is, right? That the money being put in is paid. Like we all know that the gamblers, the people that gamble that don't really trade, we know that they paying our payouts. Don't act like we didn't know this, bro. We all been knew this, but one thing MFF did not do is they did not neglect paying people out.
Yeah, no,
everybody got paid out.
That's a
when
fact.
I was funded for almost 2 years, I got paid out.
Yeah,
I got the receipts from deal to show it. I got paid out.
Yeah,
no, I never heard nobody do a video say they owe me money and didn't pay me out.
Yeah, and they pay out pretty fast.
They paid out fast. And if you was part of VIP, I had a friend that was part of VIP. He was literally taking a trade and getting paid out same day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my biggest thing is like, let's not act like this wasn't a blessing.
Yeah.
And here's how I see it, my brother. If I put $500 into a challenge and I make 5K, I made 10 times what I put in.
Come on, man.
Why am I tripping?
Yeah, come on.
That is, okay, it's going to hurt me that it's gone because I was used to it.
Yeah.
But, bro, that's a hands-free deal.
That's a hands-free deal.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
I got to be grateful for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure you've made way more money than you put in on them challenges that you lost.
Bro. I think, man, I think if we didn't have prop firms, I think a lot of our journeys that you see like out in the social media space will be a lot different.
Bro,
you know
I would not be I'm saying it right now on record. I've said it before. I would not be a profitable trader had it not been for prop firms.
Yeah.
The most I've made from a personal account, because I've never put more than a few thousand in, the most I've probably made from a payout is maybe at one time $1,000.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I have never made the type of money or seen the type of money from trading that I have from a prop firm with a personal account.
Yeah.
Never.
And it was those rules, man. It was the rules that actually like helped me develop the discipline, like learn how to like grow an account like over time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was those rules that like really helped me out. And then also, man, it's just like you said, the return on investment. You know what I'm saying? So
No
I mean,
brainer, bro.
Yeah, like so when I started FTMO, I had took $100 to $1,000, right? Like It took me like 3 months. It was a grind. I'm trading everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm building, bro. Yeah, I'm building it. I'm risking 10%. You know what I'm saying, on the count. It was ugly in the first. You know, I'm risking $10 to make $10, risking $10 to make $20. Like, you know what I'm saying. So that was just, it was a grind. And then I put those profits into my first FTMO challenge. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, it was like I had a personal account in FTMO on a trade copier. So I had like a 100K account and like maybe like $100 or $200 account. And I'm taking the same trades. One is like $3,000 profit, others like $50 profit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'll still be in the smaller profit range and wouldn't be interested. That's another thing, man, because I ain't interested in no $60 profit, $100. You know what I'm saying? So I think just the profit and the promise of being able to make more money is really what just it made me hunker down, man, and learn the skill set, get proper, you know, become professional, and it really made me hunker down, man. So I think it's a blessing, man. The prop firms for sure, bro. Yeah.
And something that I'm not hearing, and look, y'all, I haven't discussed this, so this is just my moment to air out. You know, my thing is, we got to also understand, traders, that for those that don't understand how brokers work, non-regulated brokers, the majority of the prop firm industry, especially if you're in the U.S., you don't use Forex.com. You're not using Oanda. You're using something that gives you that 500 to 1, you know what I mean? Yeah, that high leverage. So it's an overseas offshore broker.
Yeah.
Your trades ain't in the real market with them either. Yeah. You being people.
Yeah, you trading directly against them.
You in the house.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as so all of this commotion about, the Ponzi scheme, my Forex funds, like, y'all, we know. We just here to get the money, man. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. And then we want to build that regulated funded account like your mentor told you.
There you go. Yeah. Inject the cash.
That's it.
Get that money out.
It's a come up, bro.
Yeah. It's a come up. It's a come up.
Bro, it's like you out on the streets, bro. Yeah. And you getting that bread. Yeah. You getting that capital, and then you're going to go legit.
Yeah. You're going to inject that money into your personal. That's the key, though. It's like, I think at one point we can get into like a euphoria with the props. I'm stacking accounts. I'm getting, 4 or 5 pick your payouts, you know what I'm saying, consistently, and then you can just take that money and live on it. But it's like, okay, now if this whole thing goes down, your opportunity to easily inject cash into your personal, it was there, and you didn't take advantage of it, right? So, that's another piece of advice to the traders. It's like, okay, while props are available, use them as an opportunity, but make sure you dumping that money into the personal, building that up, because that's what you're really gonna compound. That's really what you're going to compound and have total control over, So that's your kingdom. We go back to the kingdom concept. That's your castle, right? So inject that money in there and build that castle up and protect it, Yeah. Make sure you do that. And that's the other thing. Like, I think sometimes, let's say your castle is 10K. I think we become a little uninterested. But it's your castle.
It's your castle.
You know what I'm saying?
And it has to have a foundation.
And you have to have a foundation. You know what I'm saying? And if you just consistently compound, this thing is going to grow, and just keep injecting money into it. So that's why I say, look, if it's $100 you're putting in there, just like, if you're on your job and you can put $50 into your trading account, just put it in there consistently while you're learning. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's going to grow as you get proper firm payouts. Inject that money in there, inject the money in there. And then, eventually come to a point where you got 20K, 30K, 40, 50. These guys like Q, Omar Ashraf, Roger Banks, like they didn't start with a whole big old amount of money. Yeah. They worked that little capital. Yeah. So whatever it is, I just say, build that castle.
See what Alex G is doing right now?
No, I didn't see.
Took 100 to he almost at 6 figures.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
he grinding that little
account. Man, when you got the skill, man, like
you said, bro.
That's it, yeah.
You said, that's it, bro.
Yeah.
When you got it, you don't. And then like another thing too is like, so I wanted to ask you, how much do you think you've invested in your Forex education, like as far as finances?
Yeah. I always say 20K. It's like either a little bit under or above. You know what I'm saying? Not much above. It has to be like a little bit under. So I'll just say like about 20K. Yeah.
I often say to myself, because I look at other industries, the self-help industry, and you notice that the people that end up winning from the self-help industry, that buy courses, that go to conferences consistently, if you ask them how much they invested before they hit, it's always a double digit.
Yeah.
like 5-figure number, if not 6-figure number, right?
Yeah.
And so I really think that your willingness to see where you wanted to go and to invest that money, and of course it wasn't all at once. It was okay. I got this here, that there, but it does add up. You know, it ain't cheap. But you making that decision that, hey, this is valuable to me.
Yeah.
This is something I want to look into.
Yeah.
And to see the results you're getting now, it's because of the action that you're taking.
Yep.
So what do you like say to a new beginner right now that is excited because they see the interviews, they're hearing the success stories, but they're just at a place where I don't know where to begin?
Yeah.
Where would you tell them to start?
I think it depends on where they want to go, you know. Like you could go the route of piecing things together, you know, like an autodidact, like just kind of self learner, just kind of piecing things together. But I think the efficiency, you're not going to be as efficient, you know. It's not gonna go as fast, you know. And it's different for everybody.
Yep.
But for me, having a family and having a sense of urgency, because I'm getting older, you know what I'm saying? My kids are getting older, and I wanna enjoy a certain lifestyle by a certain point. I was like, okay, I'm going to invest into high quality education, you know. So my advice would be to find somebody that has receipts. That's a big piece. Like the prop industry has given a lot of like successful traders receipts because it's like a third party verification. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, they got payouts, they got certificates, you know, etc. So it's kind of easier than what I hear back then when people were starting. It's kind of easy. It's kind of harder to, it was harder back then to find, solid people. But now with the internet, you know, try to find somebody with receipts and just invest. Like, so I know people that have paid like $10K in challenges and just been failing, right? Some of that could have went to education, you know? So what I would do is if you're looking at taking a challenge, maybe take half of that money, invest in education. You know what I'm saying? And get started with some courses or something like that. That's what I would do. And then from there, as you and I wouldn't spend all my money on education up front because you don't know what you don't know, right? So it's kind of like you follow a path and then you know what you need next and then you go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, there's an 8-figure trader. He has a 10K 4-week class, right? It's like a master class. I couldn't pay 10K for education at before, right? And I wouldn't even dream about it. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like I know he has something that I need, so I'll pay 10K for it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So like, don't put out everything at first. Like do it in steps, and you'll find like look for the next thing. Like, okay, I need fundamentals. I need this type of, I need to become stronger with technicals. I need risk management. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of identify who has what you need and just do it like step by step. Okay. Walk each step by, step. Other thing is, when it comes to taking steps, it's like, what I would just say is, people try to like dive all in at once, and I did the same thing. When I heard about trading, I took off a week from work. I'm like, I'm about to kill this course. You know what I'm saying? I blew through the whole course. I'm taking notes, and I went live. Like in the first week, I went live. You know what I'm saying?
Get that real world experience.
Jump right up in there, but I would just say like pace yourself, to the people. Like pace yourself and treat this like pay attention to the long game. That's what it is. Like if you just mastery, focus on mastery. That's what I did. I shifted from, focusing on the money. I said, hey, I want to master US 30. Whatever I need to do to master US 30, I'm going to do it. When I started focusing on that, all of a sudden I just started seeing results. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be enough. I know I said a whole lot, but
that's good stuff.
But yeah.
That's
so
good stuff.
Yeah.
So I started this new thing.
Yeah.
When I interviewed Q, he kind of challenged me with the pairs that I was trading at the time, and I loved it. I loved it because,
nice.
I was sharing with him that like I really don't have a person in the trading space that challenges me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I have mentors, but they don't understand trading. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to have somebody that is so far ahead, 10 years in, and that's like, I can tell you because I've been there with those pairs, that if you want to get to 5 figures in a day, you're going to have to probably look at a faster moving instrument, right?
Yeah.
So getting that knowledge really was like, man, like I enjoyed that. So now that I have you here, like I want to get some insight from you to me. All right. So one of my biggest things for me, bro, is like I do have ego in the market, you know, and my wife told me that. She does a great job of checking behind my trades and just seeing like
that's beautiful.
Yeah, bro, like just asking.
Yeah.
And she knows, because if that deal notification ain't come in 2 weeks, like she knows that something's up, you know what I mean? And so my biggest thing, bro, is sometimes it could be an A+ or a B setup, right? I know where I'm at. I know where it should go. But let's say I take my entry as normal. It goes my way, but I get a steep pullback. I'm not stopped out yet, but my mind jumps to, okay, let's reserve risk. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of I've set a stop loss, I should have accepted that risk. There's no need to reserve risk because before I get in the trade, I should have accepted that risk before I got in, right?
Yeah.
So my biggest struggle is starting to question once I'm in.
Yeah.
Talk to me, please. Please
give
me something.
Nah, man, that's the hardest. Like, there's a quote. It's like you lose objectivity once you're in the trade.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So there's something that I use. I adopted from another trader called reasons to close. Reasons to close. So I have a list of reasons to close that I'll close a trade. Like once I'm in, there's a set reasons that I'll close. And it's different for everybody depending on how they trade. And I only close if I see one of these reasons. It has to be on my checklist. So if I were you, I would just sit down, look at your data, look at the trades that have reversed on you, and figure out what you could have saw there that could have been a reason to go to close, right? Let's say like you enter from the 1 hour time frame, but 15-minute it's trending up, and then there's a reversal pattern on the 15-minute. And it goes and stop you out. Maybe when you see that breaker structure on the 15, that's a reason to close. You take your profits and you out. You don't look back, right? Or let's say you trade with SMAs, right? Maybe there's a cross of it goes under, or maybe it's over and then it goes under like a SMA or something like that, right? Maybe that's another reason, right? Or maybe it's a time thing. Like some people, if they're in the trade for maybe, you know, more than an hour or two, they have a time stop. You know, so there's different, like in the book, it's called Technical Analysis Using Multiple Time Frames. Brian Shannon, he's like a legend in the trading space. He talks about the different stop losses. So there's not only the predetermined hard stop. He lists 7 different stop losses. And this is just like different pros. They use different type of stop losses. So you have like the time stop that I talked about. You have like a stop based on lower time frame structure levels. As each level gets broken, you just move that stop up. You know they have the automated trailing stop.
Yes.
You know, some like the SMA stop. You have like a gap. You have all these different types, right? But I'll send it to you. But the reasons to close, that's important. You put that on your list. If you don't see any of them reasons, and it's based on data. Like you go back and like kind of back test your previous like trades. And if you don't see it, man, it's like, all right, I'm sitting on my hands. But if you see those reasons, one of those reasons to close it out, take your profit.
All right. I love that.
Yeah, man.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. Nah, man, I got a question for you, man.
What's up?
Yeah. So, okay. so out of all the people that you've interviewed, okay.
Yep.
What's one of the like the most powerful things you've heard? Just just from anybody, man, that you've interviewed.
That's a great
question. The most impactful thing on you, like for your journey?
That's a great question. That's really, really great. All of them were amazing, honestly. But the most impactful one, man, that's good. So it would be, okay. The most impactful one was my man Charlie P.
Charlie P. Oh yeah, I seen Charlie. Yeah,
500,000 made from trading with prop firms.
Yeah, I seen
still
Charlie
working his job, bro.
Yeah,
we're doing the interview.
Yeah,
and he had to pause real quick and clock back in while we're doing the interview. And he is so humble.
Yeah, he's a humble guy.
So aware of where he is.
Yeah,
and he does not care what people have to say about him making all his money but still working his job. Yeah. He knows where he wants to go.
That's it.
And his interview, and we prayed like after the interview, like I wanted to pray for him because he blessed me so much, right?
Yeah.
And like that that interview right there, it showed me what it takes to be successful in trading. You know what I mean? To just be locked in on your plan, your vision, not what somebody else says you should do. Somebody looking down at your situation or up at your situation. Like, you should know where you want to go. And once you make the plan, you run the race until you get to the next level, you know? And
he's been trading for like 7 years.
He's been trading for a long time. He was actually in Forever and Profit with Q, learning from Q when they first launched.
Wow.
Like, he was like one of the first 50 people in Forever and Profit.
Man, that's another thing. Like, I just met like 2 traders who were like very successful. One is trading for 15 years. Other was trading for 12. They both trade props. They're like the highest like paid out, you know what I'm saying? And it just reminded me that, like, as time goes on in the field, in the industry, you'll become better. You'll become strong. You become faster. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a long run. It's the long game. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my other piece of advice to anybody that's listening. You know, some of us been in it for 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4. But when you in there for 8, 9, 10, you're gonna see a whole nother you. You know, you're gonna see a whole nother side of you.
And then too, bro, it's like I'm looking at your journey. Like, I'm just thinking at all the stuff like we've talked about as you're talking, and I'm just like, you can be on the journey for a year, but what did that year look like? You feel what I'm saying? What were you doing in that year? In these 3 years, bro, your 3 years could be 20.
That's right. That's another good piece.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another good piece.
For the average person. Because of the work you put in. And that's the thing. Like, I think one of the biggest mistakes that I made, which is why, like, a lot of the issues psychologically pop up for me, is because my whole 3.5 years has been strictly technical. Refining the system, refining the technical part. And I've always relied on, like, my faith to handle my psychology, right? And that can help from me being accountable to what I say I'm gonna do and being disciplined. But there's other things, like you just shared with me, that is trading psychology that my faith can't give me. You know what I mean? God's not gonna give me something that's practical that I can do the work to get. You know what I mean? He's not gonna supernaturally give me something that's like, yo, the information's there. You just gotta work and get it. You know what I mean? So I think that's my biggest thing, that I focused all this time on the strategy, which is the typical mistake of a new beginner trader. We're too focused on the strategy, the setup, that we're missing that's just one little small piece. You know what I mean?
You don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's another piece, man. Nah, man. I think I'm trying to remember, like, when I first started, what I was focused on the most. So somebody handed me Trading in the Zone.
Okay.
That was like one of the first books, you know what I'm saying, that I read, Trading in the Zone. And I read Market Wizards. And in Market Wizards, have you read Market Wizards? Okay, yeah. You know, Market Wizards, everybody has a different strategy.
Yes.
So when I read,
the mistakes were the same though, bro.
Go ahead. That was it.
I'm quiet. You go. I'm quiet. Go ahead.
That was it. That was it for me, because I'm like, okay, if everybody has a different strategy, but they all made the same mistakes, and they all seem like they had the same journey, then it must not necessarily be the strategy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, it's like, okay, once I found an edge, you know, I spent a lot of my time working on other things. You know what I'm saying? Psychology, building the playbook, building the process, you know what I'm saying, a routine, things like that, like a journal, like strong journaling habits to identify, you know, my strong points and weak points. I think, like, trading is hard because it's not only like, you can't just go and shoot jump shots, you know what I'm saying, and the rim stays there. Like, the market is moving. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't understand that you have all these other skills you have to gain besides technicals, you know? So I have something I call the Big Four. So it's playbook, which it has to have your technical setup has to have edge, right? So playbook, psychology, right? Risk management, you know what I'm saying? And performance. So the performance piece, I didn't learn until I took the training with professionals, because their whole thing is, like, if you're trading from your no disrespect, people trade from their phone and make money, but if their whole thing is like efficiency. So they use hotkeys. You know what I'm saying? And get in and out of trades. They use scanners to go find like pairs to trade that align with their strategy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about like focus. They use visualization to get into like a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? So like performance is an aspect that I think people don't talk about enough. It's kind of like, man, I can trade on the toilet. I can trade while I'm driving. Like, nah, you gotta be locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
like, you
bro.
gotta be ready at the computer. You got your screens. You locked in. You performing well. If you fatigued, you need to take a break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the other piece I think you know, a lot of people don't focus on, man. But
facts, bro.
yeah, nah, but to the beginner, like it's not just technical. It's like, as I mentioned, it's other skills, man. You gotta like really learn, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
And that's been like, I've seen it because it's like, bro, I be having great injuries, bro.
Yeah.
And I be like, bro, I will either close out a little early sometimes and don't let my full thing go, or it'll come back into my red, you know, when you draw your position tool. So I'll come back in the red, but it ain't stopped me out.
Yeah.
But I'll get out early, and if I just would have let it sit, it came and sat in there a little bit, but then it pushed back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so lately I've been seeing that, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm supposed to be making way much more money. And it hit me like, yeah, like those the mistakes that you were making. You were focused in so much on refining and finding the trading plan that you forgot about the other stuff. But it's cool.
Yeah, it's
now
cool.
that you know, let's get to work.
There you go. That's the other thing. Like some people, like, so my weakness, this is my weakness. I'm too conservative. Like,
I think that's a great thing though.
Yeah, but it's like, so I'm really into process. You know what I'm saying? Like, I break things into 1,000 pieces, you know? And then once I get into a groove, I'll get complacent. Or just I like to get into a groove, into a system, and work that system. You know what I'm saying? But I think when it comes to making like big money, I need to take more risks, like higher risk. You know what I'm saying? Because there's like an edge I find in some of the highest performing traders. There's like a George Soros, for example. It's like, you know, he's like, and this has helped me out. It's like when you're up, you have to keep pushing. Like, keep pushing. Use the risk use the profits and keep pushing, like with your A and A+, you know. And that same thing in teaching S&B. It's like when you find a good position that's running in your way, keep scaling in. Like you need to milk it. You need to maximize it. You know what I'm saying? So my like what I'm working on now is like, okay, I got a good setup. I'm consistent. I got a consistent amount. You know, I'm trying to get more accounts, but I need to I need to add more plays to my playbook, as well as like my A+. I need to go a little bit more aggressive on them because I have the data. I've seen that they work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I'm just a little too conservative just as a person because I have a lot of people depending on me. I have a lot on my back, but I've already proven that I can handle taking higher risk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm trying to break out of my. You know, I'm more like an introvert too as a person. So I'm trying to just break out, break the chains a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you this too. You just brought that house.
Yeah.
So you know once you buy that house, it's balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Because everything fixed now.
Yeah.
Everything fixed.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta worry about nothing going up. Everything fixed. So it's time to let it go now. And bro, like that's one of the main reasons why I told my wife, like, I want to buy now. Because I'm in this stage where it's like, I want to take some risks business-wise. Yeah. And I also want to take some risks trading-wise in time. Not right now, though. But to do that, like, you got to know your numbers. Yeah. In terms of living. Yeah. And buying a house gives you that ability to know your numbers. Yeah, that's right. And it's like, I never understood why every time, you know, growing up, man, why every time Timmy them want something, they get it. Or when Timmy dad see a new car, they go get it. They swap it out, or they go get a boat and all this stuff. Well, because they done brought the crib. Yeah. And everything is set.
They leveled, right.
And so now, as you get older, you know, traditionally you make more money, you know, and things like that. That's set. Yeah. You're increasing your value in the marketplace. You're making more money. Yeah. You can go buy things. Yeah. You also got equity that you may be sitting on that you can leverage into other things. You know what I mean? And so for me, bro, like, I think for traders, entrepreneurs in general, because that's what we are. You're a trader, you're an entrepreneur. Yeah, that's right. We really need to not let anybody tell us that buying a house is the wrong thing to do.
Man, that's you know what, man. That's the thing about the internet, bro. It's like, you know, you can just pick up an idea and run with it, you know, but it may not fit your situation. Yes. It may not fit your family trajectory. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it, man. But nah, man, I think everybody has to do what's best for them, man. But for me, you know, I have to acquire property, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you have to, bro.
Yeah,
The Richest Man in Babylon. I know you read it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I read it. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
What's one of the 7 cures for a lean purse? Man should own their dwelling place, bro.
Man should own their dwelling place.
There, bro. You gotta own it.
Yeah.
And if you can't afford it, the brick maker will lend you some money. You pay him back. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. But man, listen, bro, this has been amazing, bro. I'm happy that I've had the time to
man, bro, it's all love, bro.
And man, like, bro, this felt natural, bro.
Nah, man, bro, you're a great person, man. Nah, man, you a good brother, man. Man, when you reached out to me, man, I thought it was love, man, for real.
Oh, it's definitely love, man. And I just love what you're doing. And I want to do this before we get out of here. Yeah. Man, if you can look into your camera, and I just want you to talk to that trader that may be struggling right now.
Yeah.
That man, I just lost my account.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my Forex funds is not here no more.
Yeah.
I lost my account. That was my only account. Or I just invested into a challenge. I was ready to go. I went big because I thought I was ready this time, right?
Yeah.
I know you did a whole video about this, encouraging, but if they didn't see that video, right?
Yeah.
Give them some encouragement to keep going.
Yeah, man. So when I maybe about two and a half years ago, I was in a group and we were all trading Tesla. And I over leveraged, you know, and I was like $1,700 in red in drawdown. And I think I lost about $1,800 that day. And that's the most I had ever lost on a trade. And I reached out to this guy, a big guy in our group, and he's like, yeah, man, I lost 180K. So wow. And then I also just talked to 2 traders. One guy said he lost 900K with MFF, and another guy lost 600K with MFF. Those are like higher. I didn't have that much with MFF, right? So it's like, you know, you may have taken a loss, but to put it in perspective, you're gonna get it back. Trust me. Like, I made way more than that $1,800 I lost back then, you know, way more, right? 20, 30 times more. So what you lost is temporary, right? But the skill set is forever. So continue working on your skill, continue working on the craft, keep pushing. Don't think this is the end. This is not the end. Trust me. This was a lesson. You're going to take this L, the L is a lesson. You're going to take this lesson. You're going to continue forward, and you're going to look back and smile, because whatever happened to you is going to make you a better person. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you a better trader. You know, success is coming. Just keep going. Success is coming. Yeah.
I love it. And before we go, one more thing.
Yeah.
5 books out of the 40. 5 books that you would recommend a new trader to start reading right now. That would be a game changer.
Okay. Number 1 is Candlestick Bible. So yeah, man, we sleep on that book, but man, to me, it's such a foundational book, Candlestick Bible. Number 2 would be The Best Loser Wins by Tom Holgard.
My boy Ralph got that from you.
Oh yeah, he did.
He been reading it.
Okay, yeah. Nah, man, that's a key. Number 3, or this is not in order. One Good Trade, Mike Bellafiore. Yeah, teach you how to think like a professional.
Give you insight on like what can be done as a prop trader, bro.
Yeah. Number 4, I would say Market Wizards.
Yes.
Because it gives you a variety to see, like, there's different ways to trade. You know, it doesn't just put you in a box. And number 5, man, it's hard. So many. It's hard. I'm trying to think of a broad range. Number 5. What would be number 5? Okay, technical or psychological?
Yeah, throw a technical in there, because I feel like all those were, except for Candlestick Bible, were like more psychological.
Okay. Now I would say the more technical analysis using multiple time frames. Yeah, that's another one that everybody always says is a good one that I recommend it. Yeah, I recommend. Yeah.
And all of those are available on Audible?
Amazon. Some of them are Audible, but everybody, you can get everyone from Amazon though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Calvin, the new trader, Forex Beginner Podcast. My man Abdullah Rashid is in the building.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Listen, man, this has been epic, and I hope that this conversation really sparked something in you, the listener right now, wherever you are on your journey. Look, I'm right there with you. Abdullah's still growing. We are in the trenches as well, and just keep pushing regardless of what you're going through, regardless of where you at. Keep pushing. It's worth it. Like, it ain't no selling the dream out here. It's really happening. This man just brought a house. All right. This man left software engineer, y'all. That ain't no low paying salary job. He gonna have to be doing some good things trading to leave that job, all right? So I'm telling y'all, man, this skill set works. Y'all already seen on my channel, I've been able to take trips, do all these things last minute because of trading. And that's just with, you know, the little tens of thousands I made. I ain't touched 6 figures yet like this guy, you know what I mean? So just imagine, it's possible, y'all. It's possible. Stay encouraged, stay blessed, and y'all already know, where we going now. I look forward to running into you at the bank one day, but you cannot meet me there. You got to beat us there. When me and Abdullah pull up, you should already be walking out, duffel bag on your shoulder, big smile on your face. That's my way of saying we all going to be successful. Till next time, God bless you. Take care. Peace.